Short story 127. The Library Ghost. Elara clutched a worn copy of Alice in Wonderland as she entered the dusty old library. The air hung heavy with the scent of aged paper and a hint of something mustier. Cobwebs draped the high ceilings and shadows lurked in the corners of the cavernous room. This wasn't your typical library, bustling with students and the comforting smell of fresh coffee. This was the abandoned library in Elmwood Manor, a place whispered to be haunted. Elara, a self-proclaimed history buff with a thirst for adventure, couldn't resist the allure of the unknown. Ignoring the goosebumps prickling her skin, she ventured deeper. Sunlight streamed through the cracked stained glass windows, casting colourful patterns on the towering bookshelves that groaned under the weight of untold stories. As she browsed the ancient text, a sudden rustling made her jump. Her heart hammered against her ribs. There, perched on a ladder leaning against a shelf, was a black cat. Its fur was matted, and its eyes glowed an unnerving emerald green. It stared at her intently for a moment, before leaping gracefully down and disappearing behind a bookcase. Elara's curiosity battled with a pang of fear. Hesitantly, she followed the cat. The passage behind the bookcase led to a narrow, dimly lit corridor. A shiver ran down her spine as she pressed on, her flashlight beam cutting through the thick darkness. The air grew colder, and the silence was broken only by the echo of her own footsteps. Suddenly a gust of wind swept past her, extinguishing her flashlight. Panic seized her, and she stumbled back, bumping into something solid. A faint ethereal glow emanated from it. Reaching out, she discovered it was a bookshelf, its surface shimmering faintly. Curiosity overwhelmed her fear. With a trembling hand, she pushed the bookshelf aside, revealing a hidden room. Stepping inside, Elara gasped. The room was bathed in a soft blue light emanating from a series of floating orbs. In the centre stood a towering oak desk, cluttered with scrolls and books. A tall, slender figure stood by the window, its back to her. "Hello?" Elara called out, her voice barely a whisper. The figure turned. It was a woman, translucent and shimmering like moonlight. Her attire seemed from another era, a flowing white gown and a lace cap. She held a book in her hands, its pages turning on their own. "Don't be afraid," the woman spoke, her voice like the tinkling of wind chimes. "I am Amelia, the guardian of this library." Elara, still speechless with awe, managed a small nod. Amelia explained that she was the first librarian of Elmwood Manor, trapped in the library by a powerful spell. Only someone with a genuine love for knowledge could break it. Elara, emboldened, offered to help. Together they spent hours poring over ancient text, deciphering cryptic symbols. Finally, just as the first rays of dawn peeked through the window, Elara found the answer. Following Amelia's instructions, Elara recited an incantation, her voice echoing in the silent room. The room pulsed with energy, and the air crackled. Amelia's form solidified, a warm smile gracing her lips. "Thank you, Elara," Amelia said, her voice filled with gratitude. "You have freed me from this prison." With a final farewell, Amelia vanished, leaving behind a faint shimmering light. Elara stepped out of the hidden room, collapsing onto the dusty floor, drained but exhilarated. She had not only encountered a ghost, but also helped a spirit find peace. Leaving the library behind, Elara walked back into the sunlight, feeling forever changed. The adventure had filled her with a renewed appreciation for stories and the power they held to unlock the secrets of the past. Vocabulary notes. Words. Allure, noun, strong attraction or charm. Cavernous, adjective, very large and spacious. Clutch, verb, hold something tightly. Dusty, adjective, covered in dust. Eerie, adjective, strange and mysterious, often in a frightening way. Emerald, noun, a green gemstone. Ethereal, adjective, light and delicate, seeming not to belong to this world. Flickered, verb, shone unsteadily with brief flashes of light. Goosebumps, noun, small bumps that appear on the skin when someone is cold or frightened. Groaned, verb, made a deep, low sound of pain or strain. Intently, adverb, in a way that shows you are concentrating very hard. Lured, verb, attracted someone to a place or into doing something. Musky, adjective, having a strong, unpleasant smell. Panicked, verb, suddenly felt extreme fear or anxiety. Shimmered, verb, shone with a soft, unsteady light. Slender, adjective, thin and long. Stained glass, noun, coloured glass used to decorate windows. Translucent, adjective, allowing light to pass through so that objects can be seen but not clearly. Unnerving, adjective, making you feel slightly nervous or frightened. Vault, noun, a large secure room used for storing valuable things, here referring to a hidden room. Phrases. A thirst for adventure, a strong desire for exciting experiences. Battled with the pang of fear, struggled against a sudden feeling of fear. Cast colourful patterns, created designs with different colours. Echoed in the silence, repeated sounds resonated in the quiet space. Extinguished, verb, put out a flame or light. Hunched over, bent forward with your back rounded. Peeked through, appeared partially visible through something. Self-proclaimed, declared by one yourself. Whispered, to be haunted, rumoured to be inhabited by ghosts. Story written by Google Bard AI. Image created by Desco.com AI.